Had to get another phone. I reached the storage capacity on that joint, and I had to forfeit the business and stop everything because emotionally what I was going through, I was very shut down, very quiet, very to myself. The only thing that I was motivated to do was yoga, meditation, and play with my dog. Like, I was raw vegan again. Like, I was getting really small and really slim. And then my cousin called me with an opportunity to do a power shoot, and it just boosted my confidence level 1000% once again. And I had always been at odds with my mom since I was a kid, but there were so many triggering things that were happening while I was there. It made me immediately regret leaving my job in Reno and try to make it through, this situation and missing out on assets. I think I missed out on like $25,000 because I prematurely sold some stock, just because my emotions were all over the place. And it's so interesting I'm talking about this today because this week, the last 2 days, I haven't traded at all. I just haven't felt 100%, in control of my emotions. And I feel like when you're trading, you have to be able to like feel the market. Like, if you do something the wrong way, like, you can lose your money, like, this is not a fucking game. So, fast forward to present day, and once again, me deciding to leave Alabama to go start a new career somewhere else, and really trying to understand why I kept going to a place that continuously triggered me. And I had to cut off all of the things that put me in that timeline loop. And while it may hurt to some people, you have to always do what's best for yourself. And you have the right to place boundaries on anyone for any reason. And unfortunately, they have to understand. Sometimes you may not have done it in the best fashion, but be honest, because I feel like when people are chasing you or trying to ask you for clarity or closure, it's best to just be honest. I've gotten the short end of the stick, just even romantically, on so many situations because people weren't honest or couldn't communicate effectively. Whereas me, I have a secured attachment style, and I'm very straightforward with my communication. So I had to learn that I cannot expect everyone this of me or from me. Like, the way I act, I can't expect people to also act the same way. I had to realize that, everybody has their own perspective. And that made me think, because when I was engaged 122 years ago, the gentleman that I was engaged to created this counseling thing, and it was called Perspective. And he really forced me to get in tune with myself. And I had always dated older men, usually like 3 to 4 years older. One time I went 10 years older. So, just different age groups I had always dated that were much older than me, but they were much more mature and taught me a lot of things. You can tell that you're still in an adolescent stage sometimes at certain ages, and that brings me back to my point about pouring into our youth and making sure that they have the resources and the outlet to expand and keep going. I didn't know what I was going to get when I decided to give to the Hamilton football team. When I showed up at the freaking practice yesterday and saw a couple hundreds of players, I was like, there's no way this is what I gave my money to. Like, there's no way this is even possible, and it may not have gone to the entire team, but it went to a portion of something that was very necessary. And the seriousness and criticalness of the coaches to their academics is top tier. because my parents pushed me so hard to obtain A's, even if they had no idea what the fuck I was learning about, you know. And I'm just thankful that I had people to pour into me, even at the PAL and PS31, you know, in Staten Island, New York. Miss Diane, she was the head, you know, director of that program, and she ran the hell out of that program. I'm so connected to a lot of people present day because of that program. You know, it's just after school programs, things that kids can do together. We need to bring our kids together. Those kids are going to be the next leaders because they know what it means to have friends face to face. They know what it means to be connected and create brotherhoods and bonds and have mentors and coaches and leaders that they can grow with from adolescents to teenagers onto their professional career. It's just beautiful to be able to do that. And you know, my parents really didn't allow us to play sports because of religious purposes. But if I wanted to play a sport, I probably would have played volleyball. And something that I could probably release some more attention, maybe baseball, because I feel like I have a heavy hand. I throw, you know, heavy and all these types of things like that. So, you know, I think it's really important for us to continue to pour into our youth and really be great advocates. You know, my next goal is to do it for my hometown, because I have to do something where I'm from. Staten Island, I will never forget where I'm from. I love my city, you know. I'm not afraid to go home, and I love my family. I pray for my bloodline often, you know. So being able to sponsor the team is so full circle, you know. So once again, everyone who has helped the brand, everyone who has pushed BU Times2, the website, bought Martian Pox, bought incense, cups, mugs, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, slides. I had free as fuck slides. Like, I had a best-selling hoodie, Martian hoodie. Everybody's talking to me about this hoodie still. They want more hoodies. And it's like, I got hoodies up and y'all be giving them no shade because you want those hoodies. So I heard you. I'm working, I'm hustling, don't worry. You know, as I slowly get back into this grind, I again wanted to give before I even received. And you know, that's probably the best thing that I can do. Hey, for both myself and my city, because it's important to sow, you know, in places where you live. Again, I've been in Maryland almost a year now. I cannot even believe it's been that long. And the fact that, you know, I have grown to like it. I have friends here, you know, or local around the area. I've gone to a couple of summits and conferences. I started hanging out at different places, different cities, just working remotely. Every day I would walk up to the coffee shop and just work outside or work indoors, you know, during the winter, just getting my cardio in, you know, still getting it in. That's when I've met Coach Mike Sawyer Jr. And, you know, he was my personal trainer throughout the winter. So I had always been a hustler. I'm going to always push myself and motivate myself to be better, to continue to fight, to continue to push forward, because I've had so many different things come up against me. And I just always found another way, because you have to be able to find another way. You can't let life defeat you. You know, I have so many stories and so much heartbreak, like genuine romantic heartbreak. Like, I thrive in my best state, single, sexy and free, making my own money. Shout out to the Libra gang, Maya. And it's like, I'd rather do that, because, you know, men come into my life and they think that I'm silly or naive or dumb, or maybe I'm just a smart business person, and they don't realize that I'm literally like a genius. And I'm also street smart, so you can't hustle me. And I love it, because you become a two-edged sword, but at the same time, the people that you do open your heart to question the wrong things, and it tarnishes a relationship. And again, I just turn my pain into money. That's how I cry. like they say, wipe your tears with money. Like, I make the money. I'm the entrepreneur, I'm the hustler, I'm the business. But we have still been on Free as Fuck and BU ×2 and being unique. You know, those things is just, you have to learn how to be yourself. That has always been the motto. Just be you, be free, be you. You cannot be like anybody else. There's nobody like you. You know, when I was heavy into church, I was talking about Jeremiah, your fingerprint, be unique as your fingerprint. You know, my logo was the palm with the uniqueness of the fingerprint. It was just embracing your individuality. You know, I'm thankful that my market is 24 to 44 because I feel like that's my ideal market. But just being able to speak to the young football team and really just pour into them, and they just listened and ate it up and was nodding their heads. And you know, I love that their parents are betting on them, and I'm really happy that we can actually continue to pour into our youth every single day. So thank you once again. This is a long video. Please support the team. 5% of the proceeds will go back to the team, although they really don't even want it, but I am going to give it to them because I'm just so thankful to be in this position, and God willing, it allows me to continue to expand and grow, and sky's the limit. Peace. Check out the website, www.freeasfuniversity.com. Peace.